The rising fears of police safety. The FOP president says yesterday's incident in Evanston highlights a growing problem, staffing shortages. Brad Underwood joins us from the Cincinnati Police headquarters with the story. Brad?
Well, good evening, Rob. Back in the fall, Cincinnati Police Chief Elliot Isaac said in a memo that the numbers on the force could drop below 1,000 police officers at some point in 2019. Right now, they have 1,003. There are 42 recruits that are set to graduate this summer, but for the FOP president, it's not about incoming and outgoing officers. It's about the number of officers they have on the street to keep each other safe. Monday's call to break up a dice game ended with the suspect firing towards officers. FOP President Hils says the officers got lucky this time, but something must change on the streets.
We're just short of patrolmen that are out there in the field.
Hils says the department is rank heavy and preferred assignments have taken more officers off the street than he can ever remember. Now more officers are coming to him with concerns.
They have different instances where they didn't have the manpower and it made them feel that their safety was being jeopardized.
I think everybody shares the same concern. When is the next attack going to come?
Lieutenant Bill Nastold retired a year ago from CPD. He put in close to 30 years with the department. He says gun violence is also problematic for officers.
The guns are being turned to the police now, and that's a major, major concern.
As is attrition and seemingly less people wanting to become police officers.
The issue is, though, is that the last couple of years and the next couple of years too, we're going to be losing a lot of people.
Right now, the department has about 1,000 officers. 42 recruits will graduate in July. Hils can't control those numbers, but he says he'll keep speaking up for his officers to make the job safer.
Right now, I have more anecdotal stories than I have hard evidence.
Now, Hils is going to continue to listen to his officers, he says, and collect that evidence, that hard evidence, and hopefully have a sit-down meeting with the police chief, the assistant chiefs, and the city manager to figure out, in his words, a better plan to put officers on the streets. Reporting live outside District 1, Brad Underwood, Local 12 News. Rob?
So it really boils down to maybe not the number of officers, but rather they are assigned elsewhere, not on the street?
Yeah, when you talk about the numbers game for Hils, it's not about the number of total officers. It's about where they're put, strategically making sure that everyone has the proper backup. But when you do talk about numbers, the next 3 to 4 years, when we start to see a significant amount of officers retiring, then we could be talking about an issue with those numbers, Rob.
Yeah, that's a looming problem. Brad, thanks very much.